Domain 5, Principle 15, is communicate engagement results and monitor action plans, which emphasizes the importance of effectively communicating the results of audit engagements and the ongoing monitoring of management's implementation of recommended action plans. It requires internal auditors to issue final communications that detail the engagement's objectives, scope, and findings, along with any recommendations or action plans. The principle also underlines the need for internal auditors to continually engage with management to ensure that these action plans are being implemented and to monitor the progress toward these implementations. If management fails to act on the recommendations, it becomes the internal auditor's responsibility to obtain explanations and escalate the matter to the chief audit executive, who must assess whether management's inaction or delays have accepted risks beyond the organization's risk tolerance. Standard 15.1, titled Final Engagement Communication, mandates that internal auditors develop a final communication for each audit engagement. This communication must comprehensively detail the engagement's objectives, scope, recommendations, action plans, and conclusions. For assurance engagements, it should also highlight the findings in terms of their significance and prioritization, include any limitations of the scope, and offer a conclusion on the effectiveness of the reviewed activities' governance, risk management, and control processes. This final communication must specify the individuals responsible for addressing the findings and the expected completion dates for the recommended actions. Approval by the Chief Audit Executive is required before issuing this communication, which must be disseminated to stakeholders who can ensure that the findings and recommendations are considered appropriately. Standard 15.2. Confirming the implementation of recommendations or action plans mandates that internal auditors confirm whether management has executed recommendations or action plans as prescribed. This confirmation must follow an established methodology, which involves inquiring about progress, conducting follow-up assessments using a risk-based approach, and updating the status of management actions in a tracking system. If management fails to advance on the action plans by the predetermined deadlines, internal auditors are required to document management's explanations and consult with the Chief Audit Executive. The Chief Audit Executive then assesses whether the delay or inaction signifies an acceptance of risk that exceeds the organization's defined risk tolerance. Principle 15 stresses the critical importance of effectively communicating the results from audit engagements and the continuous monitoring of the implementation of action plans. This principle ensures that all relevant stakeholders are informed about the audit findings and that recommended actions are tracked until their completion. Would you like to know more? Principle 15 starts on page 112 of the Global Standards document. The PDF of the Global Standards can be found in the introductory section of these tutorials. Thank you for watching.